Hey, Jen from Colchester Pet, where fish are friends. How do you like that one? Just came up with it. Isn't that awesome? Just want to talk to you about Bettas, one of the most versatile fish that there are. Have you ever thought about what you want to get a little one for a first fish or a first gift? Then it's probably a Betta. The answer. Have you ever really wanted somebody to talk to in the morning at your morning coffee? To sit on your table and you can tell them about your day? Then it's a Betta. I have a friend who she has a Betta. Well, she has multiple Bettas and fish, and she talks to her Betta every day at her morning coffee, and she sits there and she tells him about her day, how it's gonna be, and how everything. Like, she tells the fish everything. And I think it's amazing that she has this little fish that she talks to. And he comes up and he just wiggles his face and he goes, I hear you. I'm listening. Get me some food. But seriously, I really, today is a Betta day, and want to talk about Bettas. So we will start. Bettas are a great fish. You can keep them by themselves in a bowl or a tank with a filter and a heater, which is recommended, but you can still keep them in a bowl. Or you can keep them in a tank of 10 gallons or bigger with other fish. I know, right? Like, isn't your mind blown that you can keep your Betta, or if you get a Betta, or if you want a Betta, you can keep them with fish. Our 10-gallon tanks in our store, every tank that can have that's safe for a Betta fish has a Betta fish, and we sell so many that way, and it's awesome. I mean, you get them friends and they swim around. I even have them with we have 55-gallon that we've had pond fish in, and all different types of fish and goldfish, and the Bettas do great with them. And but the thing is that they're all different personalities. These are males. Females you could put with anything. They're pretty chill most of the time. But with Bettas, personality is it. If you want a fish that has the best personality of any pet, well, okay, dogs are kind of awesome and cats can be, and horses are too, and all animals. But for fish-wise, Bettas win the prize of personality for freshwater fish, in my opinion. You feed them at the same time, and they will come up to the bowl to say, okay, it's feeding time, here's my fin, and come up and say hi. And that's just what they do. They're awesome. They're always looking for you. I have people who tell me that their Bettas will notice and only come up when they walk by the tank, not any other members of the family, because they feed them. And how cool is that? The whole thing with fish with 3-second memory, I don't buy that, because there's been Bettas that have you seen on the YouTube videos where the Betta will be on, in the bowl or in the tank, and there's a little hoop like this, and the Betta goes bloop and through the hoop and down and does it again and again. These fish are so super smart. Nobody gives these guys enough credit. That's just why they're one of the most versatile fish. You can have them in a dorm room. You could have them with your older family that needs a pet or a companion but can't have a dog, and doesn't want to have a big fish tank to take care of or a cat to feed. And Bettas are awesome. Go over and you feed them and you change the water, and they're happy fish. They don't talk back. Well, I mean, they shouldn't talk back. They might, but well, that's another story. So you need a bowl. A big bowl is fine. 1 gallon or bigger is preferred, and the absolute preferred method of keeping a Betta is in at least a 1-gallon aquarium with a filter and a heater. That is where they're happiest. I mean, my fish in my 10-gallon tanks, my Bettas are always swimming. That's what attracts people to the tanks. That's how they know that there's Bettas in there. They're like, oh, there's a Betta, how's that possible? And it works. It's just awesome. So then you're gonna need, good water parameters. You gotta get your pH tested, and they like neutral pH. You gotta check and make sure that your tank is cycled. You gotta cycle your tank first if you have a tank. If you're doing a bowl, you can get away with just 50% water change once a week, and that'll take care of everything. But if you're doing a tank with a filter and a heater, you need to get your tank cycled. And I will be doing a video on the nitrogen cycle because I've had a lot of people ask me about it this week. A lot of people messing up their tanks, unfortunately, with bad advice. But you know, that's all you need. So you get your tank and you get it, your water parameter is good, and you put your fish in and you're happy, and you feed them two times a day, 1 time a day, 2 to 3 pellets each time. You don't want to feed them any more than that because their stomach is only as big as their eyeball. Now, if you have a betta, go and look at his eyeball. I'll wait. Just kidding. Just look at next time you see a fish, and their eyeballs are tiny. So the amount of food they need is tiny. And if you give them too much food, they're gonna go to the bathroom really a lot, and they're gonna be, you know, polluting the water. But also, if you give them too much food and they don't eat it, guess what? That's gonna pollute the water too. And then you're gonna have cloudy water, and you're gonna have a sick fish, and on from there. So only feed them 2 to 3 pebbles, 1 to 2 times a day. Either is fine. If you can only feed him once, then feed him like 3. If you can feed him 2 times a day, then feed him 2. If he's hungry, get a 3rd one. You know, put in a 3rd one. But that's pretty much basic care of a fish. It's not that hard. If you get the parameters right in a tank, then you do like a 50% water change once a month, and you do not change your filter and the water in the same week. So if you change your filter and your water, then you wait a week to change your filter cartridge, and that'll keep you out of trouble. And that's pretty much it for this week. They're great fish, they're awesome, and we love them. And I would suggest getting yourself a betta immediately if you don't have one, and see their personality. This is it. Jen from Colchester Pet, where fish are friends, and have a great week. I will see you next week.